Coming up this week on the Double T Insider, Tom Stone and his Red Raiders soccer squad are back on the pitch, starting to get ready for the fall season as the spring soccer season kicked off this past weekend. We give you an update on the construction on the north end of Jones AT&T Stadium as a new addition to the home of the Red Raiders is coming to form. Also, we bring you another installment of the Red Raiders Spring Football Report, and we go on the clock with a Red Raider football player. That and much more is coming up on this week's show, so sit back and get ready because the Double T Insider starts right now. Let's go! The Double T Insider is brought to you by the College of Media and Communication and is entirely produced by students of the college. Welcome into a brand new edition of the Double T Insider, everyone. I'm Joshua Cook, joined by Erica Taylor, bringing you new access into Texas Tech athletics this week. And Erica, we start out on the pitch with Red Raider soccer.
That's right. Tom Stone and his Red Raiders got back on the field with spring competition of their own. Here's what went on at the John B. Walker Soccer Complex.
College soccer's funny. You stop in November, and it's April, so there's a lot of time in between, and it was good to kick somebody else around as opposed to ourselves. At the same time, pointed out some things that we really need to polish up here in the next 4 or 5 weeks.
It's so good to be back and to feel those feelings again, and then just to be on the field and get some quality minutes with the new team that we have. And we still have players coming over the summer, but right now it's just forming the mold right now with the core of girls that we have.
You get into spring games, certainly you care about your result, but I think you should care more about your performance and just discipline and having good habits and setting the table for the fall. And I think in those regards, we did pretty well, especially in the second half. Really got players around the ball. Our possession was a little more dynamic, created a ton more chances. And so I thought over the course of the 90 minutes, we got better. Well, we don't ever talk about really shutouts as a goal as much as I think just the pride in being a good team defensively. And good things happen when you have good defensive players and good defensive habits. And we did a good job. I think we limited them to no real dangerous chances today, and that's nice.
We just had to bear with the weather, but we just said that the only way we were going to get through this team was playing on the ground and playing simple. And I think that's how we started out really well, and then just having the win in the second half really helped us just chip balls over and just kind of get behind their back line a lot more easier than the first half, so it worked out well for us.
Reamer got her first minutes in college. Lauren Watson got her first collegiate minutes, so we're excited about that. Both redshirted last year. Romer got some good time, Heap, all those guys. Allie Murphy looked good, so I think this is a time of year for the freshmen to get their time and get their chance, and I thought they did well.
Texas Tech Track and Field competed in its first home outdoor meet last weekend at the Fuller Track Complex. Here's a look back at some of those highlights from last week's Open.
The most beautiful day we've had in years for our home meet, so it's just perfect weather and really good competition, and so real pleased really so far of how our team competed, and we've had some really good things happen. I mean, when you get this good of weather and you have 80 degrees and light wind, well then everybody feels good and everybody has an opportunity to do well. And I think that makes everybody step up a little bit more.
And for us to have legal wind, it's amazing, and it was good to just finally have a smooth race, not hit hurdles and really kind of pull it all together because, season's coming to an end faster than I think, so need to need to run faster, and it was a good start to a season.
Well, Katie set another school record in the 100-meter hurdles, and it was into a slight negative wind, so we're real pleased with her.
You know, this competition was great, and I'm glad that we finally have some great athletes coming out here and competing against us, and it's great for all of us. And you know, I couldn't ask for a better group of girls to run with, and I'm really happy. And going into next week, you know, it's UT, they're good, and you're gonna have other teams there too, but you know, I have the Big 12 hurdler, Morgan Snow, that's going to be in there with me next week, and I'm really looking forward to just, you know, rolling off of this week into the next.
You know, a lot of our kids competed well. I thought our 400 hurdlers competed well. It's the first time Tiffany Tarver's ever run the 400 hurdles. And the only shame was Sierra White ran a fabulous 200 meters and the clock didn't work. So that was probably the only negative. I'd love to have seen what she would have done. But just some really good, solid performances all around, and a beautiful day.
Coming in, I felt real good. I had a real good practice week, and I was really looking forward to jumping real high, but I had a lot of great attempts at 6'11" and at 7'1", probably the biggest attempt I've had all year. I just couldn't finish the jump, so yeah, it was pretty good week.
Well, I love running at home. I think this is one of the fastest tracks in the world, and we run fast on it. If we can get a beautiful day, I'd rather run here than anywhere. And so we do get to come back on April 25th and have another kind of an evening meet, and so I'm looking forward to that too.
Coming up next, kickoff for the spring game is right around the corner, and we have another look at practice this week inside Red Raider football. And work on the new scoreboard rolls ahead. We'll show you where that construction currently stands. But before the break, here is your Texas Tech trivia question of the week.
The number 15 Texas Tech women's tennis team defeated number 24 Texas last weekend 4-3 in Austin. The Lady Raiders have had a lot of firsts for the program in the past 2 seasons. What was historic about this win? A, first win versus Texas, B, first win in Big 12 play, C, first win in Austin, or D, first win for Petty versus UT. The answer to the Double T Insider Texas Tech Trivia Question of the Week is coming up later in the show. Don't go anywhere. More Double T Insider rolls on after the break.
Texas Tech is on the rise. Now a national research university, a growing campus steeped in tradition. 7 straight semesters of record enrollment. Wind research that's unrivaled in the world. The best trained and educated students for today's jobs. And to all this, we have just one thing to say. With pride, guns up.
Construction is still underway here at Jones AT&T Stadium. That project started at the beginning of this year and is set to finish just before the fall season kicks off. Here's a look at where that project currently stands.
Yeah! Let's go!
Okay, well, hey, we're excited to come to you guys today to talk about what's going on at Jones AT&T Stadium construction. The Jones high-def video scoreboard, as you can tell behind me, the superstructure is being developed now. We're 2 tiers up on a 5-tier top that you can see and imagine how tall that's going to be. All the superstructure, basically, as we had originally committed, sponsor screens, graphics, high-def video screen, unparalleled clarity, LED technology, $11 million solution. We're on track to deliver for kickoff of 2013 on September 7th. Overall, we wanted to share some of the technology going on. 190-foot by 57-foot tall box. That's the total enclosure. It's the largest in the Big 12. The video screen itself is 100 feet by 38 feet. Overall height off the ground is about 94 feet to the top. It's a massive structure. We like to call it colossal. What's unique about the structure you see behind me in galvanized construction, the steel, 275 tons above grade, above ground steel structure, 54 tons down in the ground embedded in about 395, 400 cubic yards of concrete. Those piers, 6 on the west, 6 on the east, are over almost 50 feet deep with a 5-foot pier cap. That's a lot of technology and construction. What that really means, super strong. A lot of people have wondered about what's going on with building the sign out at Jones AT&T Stadium. It's not a sign, it's actually a building. That's the kind of structure that's maintaining this from wind loading and other seismic loads as well. What's really nice is the video facts. We have over 4 million RGB or red, green, blue LED technology embedded inside of the structure, pixel spacing of 16 millimeters. That gives us 281 trillion with a T color renditions or color combinations. Red and black will never look better than on this screen when we get completed. I'll be remiss to say there are advertising opportunities. 6 on the west, 6 on the east, 12 foot by roughly 24 foot in a horizontal fashion. Facing the Marcia Sharp Freeway, there are 3 spanning the whole width and height, 12 foot high, 3 different logos and images creating football imagery resembling Texas Tech. The main structural legs that you see hitting the ground today right here will actually be housed in our Spanish Renaissance style architecture that tie the east architecture to the west, and that'll all be completed by kickoff of this next year. So really, through high-vis quality, high-definition technology, superior sound quality. One thing I forgot to mention about sound actually, the sound banks on each side are 16 feet wide by 38 feet tall, just outside the video scoreboard piece. So it's embedded in a vertical format. There's hundreds of speakers inside of there that are actually angled at all the seats out here in the stadium, so you're almost designing within a living room. So the farthest seat will have the same crystal clarity of sound, not just in volume but also pitch. So we are taking sound as a very, very serious thing because that is an issue and has been an issue for the last several years, and we'll be solving that problem with this solution today.
Last weekend, Red Raider football took a trip down to Midland to hold a spring practice. It gave some of the biggest fans a chance to see the guys up close.
I was looking for energy and enthusiasm and pushing through because I knew it would be a little warmer than they're used to, and I thought they handled the elements and pushed through pretty good.
More than just the typical practice crowd, like 7,000 people there. They seemed excited and real thankful for Midland for that.
It's good. There's a lot of things that, that are positive about doing this. For one, a lot of the young guys get to travel and, play in front of a crowd that's, not in Lubbock, and, just kind of get the atmosphere of, playing on the road. Even though we had a home crowd, you still had to travel and, take it seriously as a business trip.
Awesome atmosphere, to have this deal in the spring where these kids get to play in front of this type of crowd, this type of energy was great for them. And you could see some really reacted well under the lights in front of people and some didn't, so it was great for us.
All these coaches, they're player coaches, they know how to get the most out of us, and they know how to talk to us and communicate.
Redhead guys, so all of them redhead guys were pretty energetic.
They were fired up. We pulled in the parking lot. They started hooping and hollering and saw the tailgating. So it's a great atmosphere. Midland did a tremendous job, and it's a great change up for them.
There's a lot of energy, and it starts with the coaches. They came in here the first day, and Coach Walderstadt was just fired up. And you can't have a fired up coach and not be fired up as a player.
I like the energy. I like the excitement, a lot of enthusiasm.
Offense definitely gave it to us that first half. And then we started to even it up in the second half.
As long as you can play that fast consistently, it makes it tough on defenses.
A lot of younger guys who've been here for a while, they stepped up. So, we got quite a few leaders out here.
You don't wake up after that 2-hour bus ride, and they do, you're in some trouble.
We all catching on to the defense pretty fast. We all playing fast. Feel like it's going on good.
I think everybody looks forward to, being that tone setter, that vocal dude on defense.
In the first week, it was hard, not discouraging, but, kind of hard. But I got a great D-line coach, Coach Scott, and I think every single person on the D-line has made some progress.
We got good guys in the safety position, in the linebacker D-line. We all know what they're gonna do. But this is a passing league, so we need our corners to step up.
Once again, big thanks to all the people that came out. That meant a lot to us, and hopefully they liked what they saw.
After the break, we'll be back with On the Clock with Texas Tech football. But first, see which answer choice gets eliminated in this week's Texas Tech Trivia.
It's now the time of the show to take away one answer from the Double T Insider Texas Tech Trivia question of the week. Earlier we asked, the number 15 Texas Tech women's tennis team defeated number 24 Texas last weekend 4-3 in Austin. The Lady Raiders have had a lot of firsts for the program in the past 2 seasons. What was historic about this win? Your options were A, first win versus Texas, B, first win in Big 12 play, C, first win in Austin, or D, first win for Petty versus UT. The answer that is not correct is D, first win for Petty versus UT. Coming up later in the show, we'll give you the answer to the Double T Insider Texas Tech Trivia Question of the Week. Don't go anywhere. More Double T Insider coming up after the break.
Texas Tech is on the rise. Now a national research university, a growing campus steeped in tradition. 7 straight semesters of record enrollment. Wind research that's unrivaled in the world. The best trained and educated students for today's jobs. And to all this, we have just one thing to say. With pride, guns up.
Welcome back to the Double T Insider. Get ready to go on the clock with the Red Raider football.
Double T Insider here, and we are in the helmet room. We're going on the clock with Jace tomorrow, the game where I give Jace 10 different scenarios, and he has to answer them to the best of his ability, all in 60 seconds. All right, Jace, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. 60 seconds on the clock, please. Okay. If I had to eat the same food for the rest of my life, it would be?
Oh, man. Tortillas.
My biggest pet peeve is?
When someone calls you and you call them back but they don't answer.
A celebrity I would love to have dinner with is?
Selena Gomez.
My teammates say I am?
Rocky.
If I won the Mega Million lottery, the first thing I would buy is?
Black on black Range Rover.
Between my cell phone, computer, and TV, I could go a whole month without?
TV.
My first job was?
I've never had a job.
If I could teleport back into time, I would travel to?
8th grade year.
If I had superhuman powers, it would be to?
Telekinesis.
My favorite cartoon character as a kid was?
Oh, man. SpongeBob, and still is.
All right, that's it.
Is that good?
Time on the clock. 4 seconds on the clock left. Congratulations, you beat the clock. Way to go. We were on the clock with Jace tomorrow. Thank you.
Get ready to take notes. Here's a look at what's ahead for Texas Tech athletics this week.
On Tuesday, Red Raider baseball will be on the road to play former Southwest Conference foe Rice in Houston. Tuesday's game starts at 6:35 p.m. and can be seen on Fox College Sports. First pitch for Wednesday is 6 p.m. Texas Tech Track and Field will compete in the 3-day Mount Sac Relays in Walnut, California, starting Thursday. Events are scheduled to last all day. At the Texas Tech Open, senior hurdler Katie Grimes broke the school and facility record on the 100-meter hurdles with a time of 13.21 seconds. Number 15 Lady Raider Tennis will be on the road Friday to face number 35 TCU. First serve is set for 2 p.m. Tech defeated Texas for the first time ever in Austin on April 6th. Red Raider Tennis will also be in Fort Worth to face TCU. First serve is set for 5:30 p.m. Red Raider softball begins a 3-game series in Ames, Iowa on Friday to play Iowa State. Friday's game is set to start at 4 p.m. First pitch for both Saturday and Sunday is noon. Texas Tech swept the Cyclones last year in a 3-game series at Rocky Johnson Field.
Lady Raider Golf will be in Rhodes, Iowa to compete in the Big 12 Championship. Events are scheduled to last all day, Friday through Sunday. They are looking to rebound from last year's 6th place finish. Red Raider Baseball comes back home to Dan Law Field to face Big 12 foe Kansas. Friday's game is set to start at 6:37 p.m. and can be seen on Fox College Sports. Saturday and Sunday's games begin at 6:30 p.m. and 1 p.m. respectively. Tech is looking to avenge losing 2 of the 3 to the Jayhawks in 2012. Football is warming up for a new season as Texas Tech will play a spring game at Jones AT&T Stadium on Saturday. The game is set to start at 12:30 p.m. This is the first game under first-year head coach Cliff Kingsbury. Red Raider Tennis plays its final conference game on the road in Austin versus Texas. This is the last match before the Big 12 Championships. First serve is set for 1 p.m. Finally, Lady Raider Tennis will be back at the McLeod Tennis Center to face number 42 Baylor. First serve is set for 2 p.m.
And finally, here's the answer to the Texas Tech trivia question of the week.
It's finally time to give you the answer to the Double T Insider Texas Tech trivia question of the week. Earlier we asked, the number 15 Texas Tech women's tennis team defeated number 24 Texas last weekend 4-3 in Austin. The Lady Raiders have had a lot of firsts for the program in the past 2 seasons. What was historic about this win? Your options were A, first win versus Texas, B, first win in Big 12 play, or C, first win in Austin. The answer is C, first win in Austin. The victory marked the first for the Lady Raiders against the Longhorns in Austin and the second win against Texas in program history. The first win against Longhorns came in Lubbock in 2011. If you didn't get the answer to this week's Double T Insider question of the week, don't worry, you can always check back next week for a brand new Texas Tech Trivia question of the week right here on Double T Insider.
Well, that's a wrap of this week's show of the Double T Insider. Thanks for watching.
Also, be sure to go like us on Facebook, search for Double T Insider, also on Twitter at Double T Insider, and never miss another episode. For Erica Taylor, I'm Joshua Cook. Have a great week, everyone.